Good morning to all. Today we are going to see what is a memo system. First, let me expand it. Memo system means multi-input, multi-output system. So, what is the definition of this means? Multiple inputs, that is multiple antennas are used to send multiple data or multiple signals in the transmitter part of a system. In the receiver part, at the same time, the receiver will be having a multiple antennas in order to receive those multi signals that is propagating in the channel, and it will be received by the multiple antennas at the receiver. This system is called multi-input, multi-output system. So next question arises, why do we need this memo system? In order to efficiently utilize the spectrum, that is, there is an electromagnetic spectrum. This spectrum is allocated to different service provided depending upon the purposes. So for wireless communication, some amount of spectrum has been allocated. This has to be efficiently utilized. So for a given range of frequencies, I am going to transmit a number of data. So by this, I'll be efficiently utilizing the spectrum. The second advantage is capacity can be improved. So what capacity means? Capacity means number of users. So the number of users is increasing day by day. So with the available spectrum, we have to meet the demands of these users. So without increasing the spectrum, I have to satisfy the users, increasing users. So this can be established when I use a memo system because multiple channels can be transmitted. So multiple users can be satisfied. So by this, I am improving the capacity without affecting the spectrum. This is the block diagram of multi-input, multi-output system. Here there is a transmitter and number of antennas, that is 1 to NT number of antennas has been connected to the transmitter. From each and every antenna, a number of signals has been transmitted. It is propagating in a channel, and these propagated signals are received by the antennas that is installed at the receiver portion. So at the receiver portion, the antennas present can receive more than one signal. This is the multi-input, multi-output system diagram. Next is, there is a system I say, but what are present inside the system and what is the functioning of those elements? So the elements present inside this system is called multiple element antenna system. So what does they do, or what is the purpose of those elements means they are serving four main purposes. The first one is called beamforming. So a transmitter by using the antennas is going to transmit the signal. Then these signals will be moving in or propagating in the channel. So the receiver will be receiving whether in a directional manner it is transmitted, whether the receiver is able to receive the direct signals. So this is the question. So we need a technique known as beamforming in order to transmit the signals in a directional manner so that it properly reaches the receiver. At the receiver part also, the antenna should be oriented in such a manner so that they are able to receive the propagating signal. The second purpose is diversity. Between the transmitter and receiver, multiple paths can be provided so that multiple signals can be transmitted, or multiple copies of the signals can also be transmitted. What is the advantage of this means, if any one of the signal undergoes fade and if it is not able to be reconstructed at the receiver means the other remaining copies can be used for the reconstruction. So by this, bit error rate is improved. The third case is interference suppression. So more than one signal is propagating, I say. So one of the signal can interfere with the other signal. So in order to overcome this interference by one signal with a neighboring signal has to be suppressed. So that is also done by this multiple element antennas system. Next one is spatial multiplexing that we'll be seeing in the forthcoming slides. So suppose at the receiver section, if I'm having multiple antennas, and what is the advantage of this means it enhances the diversity, increases the reliability. As I said already, more than one copy of the signal is transmitted. So by this, if any one of the signal is lost, means the remaining signal will be there. So it can be received. So by this, reliability is improved. Next case is multiple antennas present at both transmitter and receiver. In here, it increases the diversity, increases the reliability, at the same time increases the data rate. So how it increases the data rate means parallelly we can transmit a number of data. Actually, this is spatial multiplexing. I'm going to use a channel. In the channel, in a parallel manner, I'm going to send a number of data. So this is called spatial multiplexing. So it is also called as space dimensional multiplexing. Space here refers to the radio frequency channel. This channel is utilized to send multiple parallel streams of data. For example, S1 to ST data can be sent by the transmitter. Similarly, these for example, I take R1 to RR data are received by the receiver. So it can be represented by a dimensional transmit vector and dimensional receive vector, I say. So I'm not going to send a single data. I'm going to send multiple streams of data by using the same radio frequency channel. This is called spatial multiplexing. So this is a diagram how spatial multiplexing works. I'm having a sender. He can send serial data. This serial data is converted to parallel data. Then since I'm going to use spatial multiplexing, so some layering and coding has to be done. Then an upconversion process carried on. Then it is fed to the antennas. These antennas are going to send the signals. So these signals will be moving in a channel. So in the channel, a number of the signal will be subjected to number of, it will be impinging a number of interacting objects on buildings. Reflection can occur. These the reflected signal, the remaining signals will be received by the antennas. Then once again a down conversion is done. Then processing and decoding is done. We will be getting a parallel data. This parallel data has been converted to serial data and is given to the receiver part. So this is a detailed diagram of the transmission of different streams of data via different objects. These buildings are called interacting objects, we say. The signals from the antenna will be reaching, may or may not reach the building. Sometimes it will be reflected, sometimes in a LOS line of light signal it will be traveling, and it can be received by the antennas present at the receiver portion. Thank you.